everyone, my name is Me. It's written like my in English but pronounced like me in Vietnamese. Welcome to my vlog. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Local Entrepreneurs series. The Local Entrepreneurs is a talk show where I interview entrepreneurs, give them the place to tell their stories, their passion, their failures and success on the way they're building up their business. And today I'm very happy to have Elena, the founder of Hamptuns, a marketing agency here in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, with me. She has amazing and inspiring journey and stories that I cannot wait to share with you. Coming from Russia and studying for 5 years in South Korea and moved to New York to build up her career in the US, and now she started her entrepreneurial journey in the Netherlands. How amazing it sounds, guys! I don't let you guys wait anymore. Let's have the conversation with our guest Elena today. And yeah, I remember the first time we met it at the launching idea events, one of your let's say initiative here in the city. And I love the way how you organize it and give people the space to present their idea and also bring their ideas to life. Can you let me know how did you come up with the idea?
Sure. So thank you so much, Me, for this beautiful introduction. You're making me a little bit blush. So many nice words. And I was happy to meet you. I like your enthusiasm. And Launch Your Idea is a project. Project to support people who have ideas and they don't know how to get to the next steps, how to realize it. And basically, I think there's many great ideas, but it can be only idea if you're not realizing. And of course, like every idea, we want to make some, to make it a job that you like, basically to make money. So in this workshop, we're teaching step by step how you can start with your idea that you are keeping in your mind, and then like how you can create it to your first sale. So, this project was developed with the Meaningful Work. It's another initiative here in Eindhoven. And the event that we met, I'm very proud because it was not only me, but it was our team. Yeah. There was Eric from Meaningful Work. There was Brenda, who was our participant in Launch Your Idea. She likes to make events, and we invite her to help us to organize. So I think it was a great collaboration with three of us to organize that, I think, very dynamic, inspiring event.
And that's how we met. And that's how I could bring her as a guest here to our show. So let's go back a little bit to the time when you just grew up, was born and raised in Russia. And what was the reason why you moved all the way from Russia to South Korea? It's not a common thing at all, right?
Yes, I think it's Korea is definitely not the first choice to go to travel. I think first was like America, Europe. But I think that time when I was in Russia, I was quite curious in Asian cultures, and I find it very fascinating by knowing their philosophies. So I find the exchange program to go to South Korea, and successfully I got this chance and I went. But then I really like it to stay there, so I find opportunity to learn language, Korean language.
So you speak Korean?
Yeah.
Wow!
And then after that, you know, there's a long journey, right? But long story short, that I graduated my university in Russia and my bachelor degree in fine arts. So I always been like, you know, artsy person, and I love arts. I like to create things. But then when I graduated my school, I realized that, you know, to be an artist, you have to pick this journey of a little bit maybe struggle artist. Yeah. And you know, you have to know how to position yourself, how to advertise yourself. And I think in Russia at that time, it was not much of marketing, even though when I was in my high school, our class had a profile like proficiency in marketing, and I think that was the first time when I actually touched with the marketing, understand like what is that.
Okay.
And I think from that time, from the high school, there was two of my passions. It was like art
and marketing.
Yes, and like advertisement, marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then after my graduating my bachelor degree, I decided that I have to know how to market myself, and I have to be, change my focus.
Yeah.
And then when I went to South Korea, I got my master in global MBA, management, business administration, and marketing. And then, like as you are following your journey, as always, right? You never know what will be happening in the next corner. And that new opportunity was waiting for me when I was in Korea.
Okay.
So I got opportunity to work for some company in America.
Let's stop a little bit here. I want to, before we go to the journey in the US, let's close the part in South Korea.
Sure.
Just by one question. What is the biggest lesson for you to bring, not as a person itself, but in your career, with what you learned from South Korea, for example, and brought all of that knowledge to the US to start? What was
how can I say, like professional, right? I think professional is always related with your personal experience. So I think it's like they are like this together, like a lock. So I think, of course, my experience is being independent, really like stay on your feet, and knowing your goals, what is the goal, and a huge understanding of cultures. Because like any market is different, but understanding what is different, like Asian culture in, generally is very different from Western world.
Yeah.
So I think understanding that part of the world is a big professional, advantage.
For you.
Yeah, for me, and really compare things, for example, right? Like different markets, how they behave.
Yeah.
And also it's give you creativity, because living in different worlds is it's like taking you outside of the box. So it's very creative to think differently, and I think that's I would take as a lesson.
Let's move to the time that you are in the US.
Okay.
It's also 5 years, or how long was you?
In America it was much longer. It was 8 years.
Wow, girls, you travel the world. You live at different places. Okay, 8 years in New York.
Yeah, I mean, like to the East Coast. I was working first in New Jersey, and then I moved to New York, to Manhattan.
Okay.
So right in the heart of the city.
Wow, cool. It would be very, let's say, unforgettable.
No, definitely. Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about this journey, how it shaped you also as a marketer. Because I understand that when from Korea you were studying and then moving to the US, you formed your career and build up from there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I think as we talked before about my passion in marketing, right, and advertising, how I was really happy. So for me, New York was the place like where I have to be. Now I can really learn and practice as much I can, and I really put all my efforts to try, to be there, to learn from everybody who I met, because New York is a really big city with so many type of people there, and people are very open to share the knowledge. Yeah. So how I shape this, right? I think by learning from others, I met different people in advertisement agencies who are telling me how it works, what is important. Then I also work for some companies in the city where we were actually doing marketing. And New York is like really such a fast-paced place. So you always have to be like in a rush, what's going there, what's going here, and you have to be creative, like really in a moment. I think at the same time it's good, right? Because you are learning to be in kind of environment.
Yeah, constantly. I think.
Like like an army.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like all type of different agencies. Everybody have a different pace. Where I've been, it was like super fast, and I think what I learned how to be very efficient in a short amount of time. how you can deliver like in a really limited amount of time. So that's feels for me like in really in 8 years, maybe sometimes you can have many years, right, to learn, let's say 10 years, but in 8 years I was really compact of learning the tricks, the tips, and
is there any struggles?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's another right pressure from New York that he pushed you even more stronger, and definitely that's like I think like any other huge big metropolitan city is have this, and I think New York can give you so much energy to energize you to push, but at the same time he burn you. So you always need to make this balance between your work. You always have to go outside of the city, visiting, you know, like nature. Like really, you need to unplug a lot. Travel also it helps.
Like you said, New York give you so much, but also burn you as well. But definitely that the very good 8 years in your life. And
definitely. I would never regret, and I think it was. And what I take, it's like really traveling is a life school. You know, some people say that. The best school in life, it's traveling, and I agree, because every situation you have to deal with, and you are growing from that.
I totally agree. And like you said, it's not only the part of traveling, but living in that culture really bring you different perspective. And I believe when you have different perspective, you apply it into your work and even in your life, and you have more empathy with the situation around you, and then you can do a better job. That's what I think. And now we can move to the current journey that you have with your company, Hamptuns, digital marketing agency here. And so from New York to Iowa, such a big change.
Very big change.
And why did you come up with the idea for your finally, after so long working in marketing, you finally feel like, okay, this is the time for me to bring my professionalism and work on my own. That's the right words, as you said. What other core business that you offer for
services? Services that we offer. So number one, of course, it's marketing strategy, branding strategy. Number two, it's content creation from the scratch. So it means like we're really checking the target group of the client, and we are also validating with target groups, like what kind of content have to be there. It's also I do web development, I do graphic designs, and creating events. But a new feature that I start to do is a team building event. So for every client that come to me, I will provide this team building event, because I think success of the company is not only marketing, but it's also what's happening in the team. And team have to have like this well done communication. Because without communication we cannot do much, we cannot succeed. So I think this is a very big component that I can offer, and which I very enjoy. I like to connect people.
And I think also for company, if you have a good team, and the team understand about the core message of the company and the company itself, they can become the ambassadors of the companies. They're exactly the marketer of the company. So
exactly, I think you summarize it well, because I think having a great team, right? They become your advocates. And they can be our best marketing who can say about the company.
I have the last question for you. Since you have so many experience and your journey is just in so many different ways, and now becoming an entrepreneur, do you have any advice, if you can give only really one advice to so many people and entrepreneurs out there, either they are starting their business or already in their business for a while? Do you think what is the most, let's say one of the most important things that they always need to remember? Or
I think there will be different advices for people who just start and people who are already in the journey. So I think for the people who start, I would say just always try. Don't think I can. Just really be bold, be brave to try. Try doing your work. Let's say you're having your office job. don't quit the job. Be in the job, just take your time in the evenings, push it further, and try to do it, during the evenings. Try to pursue, because there's so much time. Like, don't spend weekend just going out. Spend your weekend to push it, to try. Because today we have so many tools online. There's so many courses, not only Launch Ready, but any other courses that we can learn. So there is no excuse today to say, I couldn't do it. You can. Maybe it didn't work, but trust me, whatever you've done, it's your experience that nobody will take away, and that experience will build, maybe not at this moment, but for the next steps. So trying, it's always help to grow and to be entrepreneurs. And I think for the business who are already running, I think there's many times when you want to stop, you think it's not gonna go anywhere. Sometimes when you climb some in the mountains, there's like short amount of distance that you can reach to that top. And then people decided not to go further. So I think just always keep doing it. Find the different solutions, never stop. So I think that will be my advice.
And if you could choose 3 words, for example, to talk about yourself, because we have been listening a lot about you, and I really want to sum it up, and I cannot find a word by myself now. So please, if you could, put on the table 3 words to describe yourself, your experience, what would it be?
So I think I can, because I was thinking about this question already. So I think it's my kind of 3C. So number 1 is curiosity. I can describe myself as a very curious person, and I think that curiosity, and in this world is many things, right? That you're interested in many things and you want to explore, have adventures. So curiosity lead me to many things, to understand, to explore, to learn.
And I remember that one quote, like, I have no talent but curiosity. So, and I totally agree. Curiosity actually create opportunities in our lives, because we have our mind opened, and then when it comes to us, we open it up and then we take it.
Exactly.
And what is the second C?
Number 2 is creativity. Of course, I think this is my word that lead me, and that creativity for me, it's a lot. It's like when creating something, it's become like your, I don't know, baby, whatever you call, but something is very touchable, and wherever I create, I feel inspired, because if I look back and I see that it's created, no matter what project or like some painting or anything, the process of creation, it's very beautiful, because you're going through many struggle to understand, with many doubts, and then the moment when you're going through all of these experiences, you're kind of proud, because you overcome many obstacles that you created on your own. So creativity is number 2.
And the last one?
And the last one is, I think, care. Why care? For me, it's care is, caring is sharing. Caring for me is connecting. And so what I do, I really try to connect. As I said, the last service that I want to do, team building, because I see the value into that. When I'm connecting and caring about people, when they're connecting ideas to the next steps that people can do. And also caring about my clients with whom I work, because for me, what they do, it's like my work, right? I have to be, I shouldn't, like all my work that I've done, it's like you shouldn't be embarrassed. You have to be also proud of what you do, that when you show someone, you feel good that it's done by you. So this caring is, I think, the last word that would be mine.
I totally agree, because when you really care about your client, your work gonna be at the next level, because you put so much effort in it, and then you really want to bring the values to your client. Okay.
You said it well.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Oh, I forgot to ask the most important question. How the audience can find you?
Oh, sure. So you can go to my website. It's hamptuns.com. Same for the Instagram, it's at Hamptuns, and you can find me on LinkedIn. But I think all information you can find it in the description.
I'm gonna put everything under the description of this video.
Perfect. And me, I want to say thank you so much to have your interest and to me. It was very nice and fun interview.
Yeah.
And I wish you good luck with your channel.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And guys, I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I enjoy interview Elena. It's such a very inspiring and amazing story and journey that she has, and I have to say I'm learning a lot today from you as well. That's the most important thing for me when I'm doing the local entrepreneur show, because I always feel I'm constantly learning new things with the entrepreneurs that I have met. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and looking forward to see you at the next episode. For now, I'm gonna say goodbye and see you next time. Bye guys.